Good morning, everybody. It is another adventure with Broke Bomb. I have to forgive me. I am dropping my son off at school or the lab, and then I'm going to go park down by the lake for a minute. This is probably going to be a little bit longer video this time. First, I want to say thank you to the people who subscribe to my channel. Yay! I'm so happy. I hope I've given you some information about my experiences and what I've done, and keep them coming. So the first part of this is a video response to Jen on the Go from her video yesterday. And I thought, I don't really believe in coincidence, but it was weird. About an hour before she posted her video, I received a text message with a screenshot of that exact post that's running online from another shopper here. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was appalled that adults do that crap. It is so dishonest. It's theft. It's fraud. And unfortunately, these people don't understand when you report an order of, I don't care if it's between $60 and $1,000. It doesn't even have to be that. If you report an order where every single item is damaged, and it isn't, and you rate that shopper a 1-star, you already know if you're a seasoned veteran shopper, you're getting deactivated. That's the bottom line. And it's really disgusting that these customers want something for free so bad that they're willing to take someone's job away from them. It's appalling. Okay, so we're here at the lake. It's totally appalling, and I just absolutely cannot. Well, I can believe that people do this. I really can. With that being said, I got into a little bit of a tiff with another shopper yesterday because I'm making steps to get off the Instacart app. I can't right now because I'm not completely set up, but I am being proactive about not having to use the Instacart app to make money, because I believe that Instacart's business model is, let's just say, askew. And I was accused of hating Instacart and complaining about Instacart. That isn't the case. I don't hate Instacart. I'm appreciative because Instacart kept me making money throughout the pandemic without me having to claim unemployment. And I made more money with Instacart than I would have gotten on unemployment. I mean, those are the simple facts here. However, it does not mean that I agree with everything that Instacart does, and I do not believe in Instacart making as much money as they're making off our backs. It's quite unfair. And since Jen put the video up about that horrid post that's roaming around on the internet, and the unfortunate thing about that is once it's on the internet, you're always going to be able to find it. We already know what Instacart's policy is. The customer is always right, no matter what. It doesn't matter if we have proof. It doesn't matter. They're going to deactivate us first and think about it later, if they even do. And that's the truth. It's not me getting down on Instacart. These are facts. I don't know how else to spell it out. I am curious to see how Instacart responds to this. How long is it going to take them to put out a press release? And when they do put out a press release, is it going to be, excuse my language, is it going to be a bullshit don't answer anything, just like we get on chat support. They chat us around in circles and they never answer the question. I mean, I've gotten to the point now that if I have a problem with a batch, I don't even bother. I just try to sort it out as best I can because of fear that I'm going to get somebody in another country who doesn't understand, one, what I'm talking about, and two, doesn't care. And it's like, it's like a game to them to just deactivate us because they feel like it. And that's exactly what's happening. And Instacart is not going to change that. So, I'm just really curious to see how Instacart responds to this. This just blew up yesterday, and it's going to leak out to the news. And the best I can say is this: as shoppers, if we are going to force Instacart to make changes and, see some fairness to the shopper, we're going to have to continue to speak publicly about that. And if it means going to the news outlets and saying, hey, I'm a shopper and this is what's happening, do it. I'm doing it. I found just after Jen on the Go released her video yesterday, I found an article that went out in Massachusetts. It was about 2 hours prior to Jen releasing her video. The state of Massachusetts is really pissed off at Instacart. And it's on the news, and I'm sure it's going to hit national news any day now about Instacart bumping up the grocery store prices by 20%. So not only is Instacart bumping up prices in Massachusetts by 20%, they're doing it all app-wide. I did a comparison shop last week. I logged in my customer account and I shopped the same 20 items on Instacart that I shopped on another app. And the difference in and it was the same 20 items at the same store. The difference with fees and gratuity was over 15%. The groceries themselves there was almost a 20% difference between Instacart and the other app I used. And I'll disclose the other app I used in another video when I'm prepared. So, with that being said, I don't look for Instacart to make any changes on how they deal with these fraudulent customers. And I'm going to tell you why. Naked Guy was not my only batch that scared the crap out of me. I was in Henderson, Nevada. For those of you who don't know Nevada, Henderson is right outside of Las Vegas. I was there for a few days, and I was in my hotel room, and I was bored. So I turned on my shopper app, and I started looking at the batches, and there was a batch, and there was a pretty good batch. It was for Target. It was right down the street from the hotel, and the delivery was right around the corner from Target. So I'm like, I'll go run these. Maybe I'll run whatever else is out there. Oh my God, boy, that was the worst mistake. This batch should have taken me at the most 30 minutes, and it was paying $17. And it was a 2 delivery order, but they were literally right next to each other. And, I was bored. I wasn't doing anything. So I go to Target. When I got into the door at Target, I hit shop now. And the instant that customer A saw me shopping, instantly they started adding stuff to the order. So I headed to the grocery part of Target to get customer B's items because customer B was mostly groceries. And I started looking at the items that customer A was adding, and they were $60 and $70 video games. So I thought that was really weird. The first one didn't faze me, but When the other two came in, the order jumped up to like $200 and something. So I grabbed the items. They were video games and like 3 or 4 things of candy. It was really weird. It was a weird batch. I go to checkout. Oh my God, what a mess. I go to checkout, and when you place your order with Instacart as a customer, Instacart gets a soft authorization for the approximate amount of your order when you hit proceed to checkout. So they put that approximate amount on our cards, our shopper cards. So when you go to the checkout and it is way above that, and mine was $200 above the approximate checkout, your card is declined. So I had to get on chat, and of course they weren't understanding. Hey, this customer added $200 worth of video games. I can't check out, and I can't check out for the next customer. I stood there for 30 minutes waiting for them to fix the order. So 30 minutes later, I finally get out of checkout. So now I'm into this 45 minutes. I get to the car. Customer A's house is literally right around the corner. And it's dark. It's dark and it's Christmas time. So I pull up to the house and I notice there was another Target bag still sitting on the front porch. So I verified the address. I went up to the door and I was just about to click off my picture, and the door opened, and it scared the piss out of me. And the homeowner said, hey, yeah, don't leave that order. And I said, he goes, it's not my order. So I verified the address. He goes, yeah, it's my address, but I'm not the one placing the Instacart order. And he goes, there have been 4 other orders in the last couple of hours, and these kids have come by and picked them up. And I'm saying kids, I'm 53, so anybody in their 30s is a kid to me. So kids. And he goes, please take the order, and while you're at it, take this order that's sitting here. So I pick up both the orders, I go to the car, and I get on chat, and man, was that a mess. I'm trying to explain to somebody who doesn't speak English that the homeowner has requested me to take the order that I just delivered back, plus the order that was still sitting there from the other Instacart shopper. And in that order was 3 more video games of the same titles that I had in my order. So after 20 minutes talking to chat, they finally figured out that they don't know how to handle this, and they put me on with a supervisor who read through the chats, and lo and behold, texted me back and said, hey, I'm just going to call you because this is too complicated. So I get a call immediately, and I start with, hey, we got to do something about this order because I can't get to the next order and get my navigation going to get to the second order. So we get that handled. I get on the way to the second order, and as I'm sitting there, I noticed catty-cornered across the street, there was somebody standing in the dark smoking a cigarette. And as the guy on the phone is taking care of the order, a text message came through from customer A calling me a not so nice word. And it's just a bad word, and I don't use it. It's offensive. So obviously they were watching me, and they had been casing this house for the last several hours. And they were upset because I guess they saw me pick both the bags up from the doorway. So I tell John, I'm like, look, somebody is watching me. I need to get going. And he goes, well, go ahead and start moving. I'm going to get you to where you can get your navigation rolling and get to the next customer, but stay on the phone with me. And so I did. And while he's trying to fix customer A's issue, customer A then starts placing yet another order for candy and video games. And the guy's name I was speaking to was John. And he said, hey, what are the titles of those video games in your bag? And I said, and I named off the titles. It was the brand new Superman PS4 game or something. I don't know. I'm not really up on video games. But they were brand new released games. And just a side note to this, I again called the customer service number, and the people on the customer service line, because I was a shopper, told me to go put the bag back and not to get involved. Yeah, no. I wasn't getting out of my car, and the homeowner made it very clear he did not want any more orders sent to his house, and he didn't want those orders sitting in his house, and I don't blame him because he didn't want strangers coming up to the house. Okay, so anyway, back to where I was at. So this customer A, and I happen to remember the name. The name on the account was Patty. And he's like, yep, they're trying to place an order. Give me just a second. I'm going to deactivate this customer account for security reasons, and because I believe that this is fraud. Turns out it was a whole bunch of fraud to the amount of about $1,000. Somebody was using a different address with, I think, possibly a stolen credit card. But the fact of the matter was, chat support does not care about our safety. So this is the second safety issue I've had with Instacart. And it's scary. I'm now to the point where once it gets dark, I do not do any orders for Instacart. I won't do it. So, is Instacart going to address the post that's rolling around Facebook right now? Are they going to address our concerns about fraudulent accounts? Are they going to address our concerns about people rating us 1 stars just to get free orders? I would love to say yes to that, but I don't think so. Instacart is very quick to brag about the billions of dollars they are now worth because of us shoppers. They are spending more money on gaining more customers than they are taking care of us. And I know some of you have received the email, oh, we're going to get $200 in grocery credit. Well, I never got the email. I never got $200 in grocery credit. And I have a customer account. I just don't use it. I won't use it because I don't want to pay 20% more for my groceries, to be honest with you. And I don't know who's going to show up at the door. I mean, in a pinch, I'll probably do it, but at this rate, it's just better for me to just be a shopper. But I don't hate Instacart. Just because I work on the app, it does not mean that I agree with their business practices. I think they're shady. And they're getting shadier by the week. So something's going to happen with Massachusetts. I'm assuming as soon as this post hits national news, Instacart will have no choice but to address it. But we know Instacart, don't we? They're going to beat around the bush, and they're not going to give a straight answer. They're going to tell us that, excuse me, the wind is blowing again today. I'm dying from allergies. They're going to give a bullshit statement. They're not going to answer any questions. They're going to tell us that their trust and safety team is all about safety and stuff like that, and they're investigating it, blah, blah, blah. Please. Trust and safety still hasn't fixed the damaged items from the lady that tried to scam me and rated me a 4-star and then took my tip away. I should have known better when She kept asking me in the store, have you spent $40 yet? Have you spent $35, $40 yet? I got to spend $35 or $40. She had every intention of saying that the highest dollar item I picked for her was damaged. But thankfully, I had taken photos. So there you go. But now it's a waiting game, and I'm in Instacart prison. And for those of you who have gotten dinged for, actually, she rated me a 1-star, but they took it off. Still waiting on the 4-star to fall off from whatever. I think it's from the customer who reported their laundry soap missing, which really wasn't missing because I delivered it. And I had a photo, and it had a timestamp on it. So, at any rate, so that's addressing Jen on the go. I want to take a second to address the shadiness of Instacart's business practices and something that I've noticed in the last couple of months that's become rather disturbing and disheartening, and it's blatant that Instacart is taking money from us and not paying us. So for those of you who have gotten dings and are in Instacart prison like I am, I've been a 5-star shopper since last summer, and just recently I've had a rash of this customer dishonesty, and I got 2 4-stars. I've done enough batches where one of them fell off. I'm still waiting on the other one to fall off, but I'm at a 4.98. And I am telling you, anything other than a 5-star, all you see is crap. My phone hasn't even gone off yet. It's a Friday, and this is one of the busiest days in my area. And I stumbled across this because I'm having to do these double batches because I don't have a choice. It's either don't make money and don't get the batches done to get the 4-star to fall off, or I go broke and I can't pay my bills. So I noticed this, and I'm going to show you on my other phone. I run with 2 phones because I also run DoorDash and Grubhub. Not so much Grubhub, though. I don't... DoorDash is way simpler. I get tipped better. But anyway, I'm going to show you this. So, this is the text. See, this is the same post that Jen on the Go was talking about. I got this in a text yesterday. Okay, so this batch I ran on January 29th. It's about the same amount of items, give or take a few. I ran this on January 29th. Okay, and I don't know if you can see this, but let's see. You can see right here the dollar amount for the batches. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. Okay, well, the camera's not going to focus on this, and I'm not sure why. Okay, anyway, you get the gist. This batch was run, and I'll try to go back tonight and edit the video and insert the screenshots of my batches. This batch was run on January 29th. I got an Instacart payment of $14.81. That seemed okay to me, double batch. Why wouldn't I get paid for the delivery? And again, they are hiding non-tipping or under-tipping customers with good tippers. And this is why I took this batch. The tip was $24.83 on this double batch. So I'm figuring, well, they're tipping over $10 a piece. That's great. Customer A's tip was $21.24. Customer B's tip was $3.59. So clearly, Instacart is piggybacking the non-tippers and the under-tippers with the good tippers. These customers don't know that this is happening. And it's not right. It really isn't right. So fast forward to April 22nd, you have to remember, I'm still in Instacart prison, and this is all I'm seeing. This batch, the total was $24.53. Not a lot of items. I can run in and out of the store, even though it's 2 customers, and get it done. The Instacart batch payment for 2 customers, I know you can't see this, but I'm going to read it to you. $9.80. That's quite a difference from just a couple of months ago to $14.81. Clearly, Instacart is batching these customers together and taking away our delivery fee. It's a shady business practice, and it's not right. And Instacart knows it. Customer tip. Customer A tipped me $11.95. I thought that was very fair. Customer B's tip was $2.78. The thing about it is, when we take these batches, we can't see who is not tipping. So when I look at this batch, yes, I knew the Instacart payment was only $9.80 at the beginning, but then again, I'm in Instacart prison. I knew that the tip was split in half, so I was assuming $7 or $8 per customer. I did not know until I completed the batch that, again, this was an under tipper being saddled and piggybacked with a tipping customer. It's shady. It's not right. And, call me complaining, whatever. I don't really care. This is not complaining. This is calling it like I see it. You're making billions off of taking money out of our pockets for money we deserve. What is the matter with you people? I don't get it. It was 106 degrees yesterday here. I am up and in my car usually by 7:30 in the morning to start running early morning batches so that I don't have to be out in the heat. And like I said, I stop when it gets dark. Being in Instacart prison sucks, and I don't believe I deserve it. So that's my 2 cents, guys. I know this was a little bit long video, but please bear with me. I appreciate you guys hitting the subscribe button. I really do. I really want to build my channel. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. Jen on the go. I'm just as furious as you are. And I think the only way to do this, you have a lot of followers. Let's get together. Start calling the news outlets and telling them, look, Instacart is overcharging their customers. There is no reason for Instacart to put a 20% markup on groceries when they are collecting a massive amount of fees. That's just the way I see it. Anyway, guys, I have to get to work. I appreciate you hanging in there with me, and I know this was a long video, but thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm going to go Instacart and DoorDash, try and get out of Instacart prison. Stay safe, you guys. Make sure you have plenty of water. Put your sunscreen on. Make some money. Let's try to not let this get under our skin. And everybody have a great day. And I will probably see you tomorrow.